What's up? Hello. Hey Ross, what's going on? Mushy, 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 shroom, shroom. Exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say. That's crazy, dude. That is absolutely crazy. I'm just making sure everything's linked up properly. All right. You just tuned in to say sorry you can't tune in? Ah, that's all right, man. Don't worry about it. This is loud. Let's turn that down. That's cool, man. Appreciate you keeping the stream on. Alright, that looks good. Cool, yeah, so last time we did this main menu, and off stream I've done this settings, which is kind of cool. That works. There are no sound effects, so wouldn't know if this works or not, but yeah, the music works, which is cool. But I think for today's stream, I will. Well, let's leave the. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll start off by just playing the game a little bit. So let me just make sure that I've got the settings correct for the game. Because in one of my scripts, I just give myself a bunch of the mushrooms, so I need to turn that off. Although if we're going to do this, we need to make sure that the music is inside of the main scene as well. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's give this a go. I'm gonna make it a little bit louder for both of us, actually. Cool. So, right, so you hit play. This is another screen that I added because there was only stuff like this for all of the other areas, but not the first area. So these are all the areas. They're kind of like all set up like this now, which is pretty cool. So you can read about each area. You can see like what you're gonna hire to harvest the mushrooms for you. You can read a little bit about each mushroom. So here you will find field mushrooms, and then you've got the what's it called? The Latin name underneath it. So Agaricus campestris. It's the Latin name for field mushrooms. Growing in, well, a field, believe it or not. Field mushrooms are a widely eaten guild mushroom closely related to the cultivated button mushrooms, which the Latin name of is Abisporus. So button mushrooms you don't, or Abisporus is the actual Latin name of those mushrooms. You don't really find those in the wild as much, but you do find these Agaricus campestris, which are also edible. They're just a very slightly different mushroom. And here you can also hire little gnomes that will harvest the mushrooms for you. Then you can go ahead, click unlock, and yeah, your mushroom starts growing. So you can either let it do its thing, or you can pop, pop. So you can like help it on its way by clicking, hence the name Mushroom Clicker. And you can see your stuff top right, how many mushrooms you've got. You can buy another spawn point, then you've got 2 mushrooms spawning. And this is the game. Super chill. This is the kind of game I absolutely love. I'll just like put it on and like turn my brain off. It's really satisfying, if I say so myself. We need to get this settings button to work because at the moment it doesn't. I'm also not sure about this, how much it changes. I might change that. But yeah, you can buy some mushrooms. It's pretty slow at the start, but you have this mechanic, I guess, where you cash in your mushrooms and you start again. So you can level up. At the moment, we won't level up at all because we need 100 XP until we can get to level 2. So yeah, we want to keep harvesting mushrooms until we have enough to level up, and then once we level up, we can unlock some extra things that will make harvesting these mushrooms quicker. Yeah, and it just keeps going like that. That's the gameplay loop. And then there's 6 different areas. Most of the areas are pretty similar in terms of, you know, you just grow the mushrooms and harvest them, but some of them have slightly different mechanics, I guess. So if we skip ahead to this one here, in this area you will find morels, which the Latin name of which is morchella. But they will only grow after a forest fire, which is kind of true of real life as well, but not exactly. It doesn't have to be a forest fire where you will, you know, it's not only forest fires, but they do grow after forest fires quite commonly. But they also grow in like sandy areas, quite like dry soil and on the edges of like verges and stuff. But for this game, it will only be after a forest fire, so it adds this new mechanic where you have to unlock a fire spell, and you right click to burn the grass, and then you can see it here, the mushrooms will only spawn once you've burned that grass, and you need to keep the grass burnt, because after a while it will disappear and you'll have to re-burn it to keep the morels growing. And yeah, and so morels are a forager's most prized find, and chefs will pay a handsome sum for them. They are a rare delicacy, which is true. Yeah, you can sell them to chefs, and well, I think you need some sort of license or something, and there may be other hoops you have to jump through, but yeah, I think they're quite rare. I've never found any. And you can hire shamans that will harvest these mushrooms for you. So that's the creature in this zone, these little shamans. And you can also upgrade them to set fire to the grass for you too. So yeah, that's another little upgrade that you can unlock. And the shamans will burn the grass for you so they can keep it going. So let's go back to the first area, and our mushrooms have grown because we've been chatting for ages. You only unlock, these are like sort of per run upgrades. You only unlock the next one once you unlock this one. I might change that, I might not, I don't know. But yeah, so now I've bought one of these increased field mushroom growth speed by 10%. I now get access to the Hieronome to harvest field mushrooms for you. So, but we need 11 for that. So if we keep harvesting these, eventually we'll get 11 and we'll be able to Hieronome. There we go, we've got 11. We get that gnome, and here he is. He's going to just wander around, and whenever a mushroom is fully grown, he's going to wander over and pick it for us. So at this point, I mean, I could just sit back and watch, really, if I wanted to, but it is quicker to help the little guy out and keep growing the mushrooms ourselves as well. And then we can have a look at what we need for the next area. So the next one is Chicken in the Woods. We need 100 field mushrooms for this area. So can't quite get it just yet, but as soon as we get some more spawn points and some more gnomes harvesting them for us, we can get that number up to where we need it to be. So let's just buy another spawn point. And yeah, I'll read out the description of this section as well. So here you will find chicken of the woods, the Latin name of which is Laetoporus sulphureus. There's some slightly different Latin names depending on the specific type of chicken of the woods, but this is the one that I've gone for. They're all edible, they're all very similar, but just slightly different in terms of like color. It's mainly like the tips of the sort of shelf is yellow or white, depending on the species. And here you find them growing on recently fallen logs and on living trees too. Chicken of the woods is an edible shelf mushroom that gets its name from its meat-like texture. Yummy in my tummy wummy. You can hire chickens that will harvest these mushrooms for you. So chickens are the creature, much like you've got the gnomes here. Chickens are the creature that we will be harvesting the chicken of the woods for you. They are called chicken of the woods because some people say they look like chicken fingers. Let's buy another spawn point. This is the music that is in the game, by the way, but I'm not playing any music. Not like, you know, I'm not on Spotify playing random music or anything. I'm just playing the in-game music, so just so you know, so you're aware. Oh, cool. Thanks for that. Let's delete that message. How do I... Okay, I think it's gone. Yeah. Alright, we've got a few more. Let's keep getting those spawn points. So you can also increase the gnome's movement speed. That's the last one that I've unlocked here. But I'm going to focus on getting as many spawn points as possible first, and then I'll maybe grab some more gnomes. And then it's kind of up to you whether you want to keep going and unlock the next zone, or if you want to cash in and level up and go from there. There will be an optimal way of doing it, I'm sure, but it's up to you which way you want to do it. It will become harder and harder if you don't sort of, what I'm calling this is like a prestige. If you don't prestige, sort of by the time you try and get to the third area, it's going to become quite difficult to get 1,000 field mushrooms, and then even more so with the fourth area, trying to get 10,000, then 100,000, then 1,000,000. That's going to be really difficult unless you upgrade your skills when you prestige. But yeah, we're looking good. So how many have we got? We've got 9 at the moment. We've got loads of spawn points. I think what I might do is have a display here showing you how many spawn points you can get and how many you currently have. Might be a little nice thing to have displayed there. We can get one more. How many more have we got? I think there's only one more spawn point that we need. And then I'll start buying some more gnomes. Then I might read through a couple more of the areas, and then we'll prestige. Ooh, those pops are just so satisfying as well. And I do say so myself. Those pops that you hear, that's literally me making that sound. So, oh no, there's one more after this then. What we can do at this point as well is increase how fast they grow. But as I said before, I'm going to keep focusing on the spawn points for now. There we go, that's the last spawn point. So as you can see, it disappears from the list. And now we have every single spawn point that we need. yeah, let's now focus a bit on increasing the growth. I think maybe I'll do a couple of growth increases, and then after that I might just zoom all the way up to 100 and unlock the next area. Or what I could do is level up, prestige if you will, and then I can increase some things and show you guys the skills. What are we on, 28? Yeah, let's just zoom all the way up to 100. Our poor little gnome isn't getting to them quick enough. We're harvesting them all before he gets a chance. So one of the upgrades that you can get is that your little creatures will use sort of I was about to point at the screen, but that's not how it works when you're streaming. This thing here, this is your growth spell. You can get a skill that allows your creatures to perform this growth spell for you. So every so often they will have a little effect around them, and that will yeah, boost the growth of all the mushrooms around them. So oh yeah, I have absolutely no idea how to do that, but I will look into that. There's so many things to set up, honestly, it's crazy. I spent literally 2 hours today setting up all of the alerts and everything, and like the chat on the left hand side of the screen, and because I'm streaming on like YouTube and Twitch, yeah, trying to like set that up as well. So there's a lot of oh, thanks man. No worries if not though. It's not too common. I think last time I streamed it happened like once. What are we on? 90. Oh, so we've hit 100. So if I go back into here, you can see that I get 102 XP for 102 mushrooms, and I will level up to level 2 and get 1 spawn point. So I'm going to click that, and here you can see that the UI is still the old UI. So this is something that I'll probably do today, is update this UI to be the new one. But you can see we've got 1 spawn point, and then we can click continue. Again, it's this old UI. But yeah, so the first thing actually that we only have access to the first one. The first skill is increase your wand's growth spell power by 10%. So not a super helpful. I mean, it's helpful, but it's not, you know, it's not as powerful as some of the other ones. But to start with, you can unlock that one. But next time when we have more spawn points, I can do stuff like double the amount of field mushrooms you harvest. That's really helpful. You know, that'll be, yeah, incredibly helpful. Sorry, I just noticed that this is not the right icon, but that's fine. That would be super helpful. Literally just doubling the amount of mushrooms I harvest for field mushrooms. And yeah, so there's a lot of different skills. I'll go over a few of them. So as well as growth spell power, you've got growth spell area. So you increase the area of that spell. And up here, there's every 60 seconds, the growth spell is like massive and does a it's actually, no, it's not massive, it's the same area, but it's really powerful, and it instantly grows everything instead of just doing like a little bit of growth. So yeah, you also have this one, which I might call something like smart creatures. That basically, when you get that upgrade, all of the creatures will continuously go for the closest mushroom, because at the moment the way it works is it will only go for well, it goes for the first mushroom that it finds, and then it just goes to that one. Whereas with the go for closest mushroom or smarter creatures, it will, yeah, sort of repath and do it optimally. Yeah, and I tested it, and I can't remember the exact number, but it was something like 45% faster with the smarter creatures one, so definitely works. But yeah, this is kind of the game. We won't go through the whole thing again, but what we'll do is start some actual dev, because this is a dev stream. So I'm gonna mute this for now, and I'm gonna play some different music. All right. Okay, so yeah, I think the first thing we'll do is we'll have a look at that prestige scene and start upgrading or updating the UI, because we've got a nice new UI and we're going to use it. Okay, cool. Yeah, no worries. I'll probably do it at some point. That is my script. Where's my images? That's true, actually. Yeah, having it on, because I guess it's not just those random bots. It'll be people that haven't verified their account or whatever. So might leave it for now. Right. So where is this prestige scene? Level up scene. Yeah, so this is the example that was sent to me by the artist. So this is kind of what we're going to be going for. Yeah, so we need to implement all of that, basically. Oh yeah, absolutely. Once I've got like 100k viewers every time I stream, I'll look into putting it on. So I think these are all set up properly, and that if I just drag this in, oops, drag this into here, and then what size? 244 by 201. All right, man. Thank you. So yeah, we're gonna have to change quite a lot of the sizes of everything to make it look better again. If we just move this. Change the text size down. So that will maybe be where the text goes. What we do need to do is figure out a way to make this bar kind of fill up. It wasn't actually sent to me with the UI, so we're gonna have to edit that as well. Right, yeah, I want this to be in the middle, around there. Let's look at that example again. Okay, yeah, so there's a button underneath it to close it, which will be the continue button, which is over here. So that is going to look like it's going to be this one. So let's change that to multiple. Make sure these are all the same size. So that one's 28, so this needs to be 28. Okay. And here is that. don't need text. And then this, instead of color tint, is a sprite swap. I think that's right. Let's leave it on for now so we can edit everything, but this needs to be off to begin with so that the script can turn it on. And all of these texts are going to need to be smaller. Never understand properly how to do this. Always gets a bit confusing. Alright, let's change this image as well. Where does the image go in here? Right at the top. Ah, and there's banners as well, which can just be an empty game object here. Plug that in, and 452 by 171. Awesome, I love that. I really love those banners. I think they look so cool. They look so cool. And he's actually done it with a different background in general as well, which I do think I prefer. Instead of this background, having the first area's background. Yeah, that looks nicer. It's a bit cleaner, a little bit less going on in the background, so it's a bit nicer to look at, I think. Okay. This text needs to be lower down, but all of these bits need to be lower down. Oh, no, not the button. All of these bits, just move that lower for now. And I can move this image up here and make it this image, which is 68 by 68. Let's change the anchor and then change the X coordinate. And then make sure it's kind of roughly in the same spot, which it is. And then the last other little thing I need to add is the background for the text, which should be at the top here, so it's below everything, and its size is 130 by 56. That doesn't look right. Why does that not look right? Is there some scaling on the image? No. Oh, excuse me. I mean, is it like that? Everything feels very bunched up, but maybe that is right. I think it is. Okay. Fine. Okay, so let's have him say, "You are learning quickly, young wizard," up here. And then that's the level. In fact, all of these can be in the middle. That could be a little bit smaller. 7. The level can be 7 as well. And the XP can stay at 5, I think. I just want them to be roughly the right spacing apart. Okay. And then let's also go through and make them the right font, although we're gonna have to change the size again because of this. I believe it is this one that I want it to be. And then the text can be the this one which we've used for the text before, and I think we're using that color, this color, yeah. And we will actually make it slightly smaller. In fact, 7 looks okay. That the square brackets here is, I'm going to allow you to like type in your own name, so you can call yourself Wizard Shrimp if you want, or Wizard, super cool Wizard. Right, so let's just move this down a little bit, and then I want to actually move the whole thing up slightly like that. I think that looks pretty decent. And then we're gonna have to open up Aseprite to create a proper foreground for the progress bar. So something like this. I'm going to get rid of the outline because that's going to stay the same. Like that, is that right? I think so. And then we're going to, oh no. Ah, crap. I just absolutely overwrote it instead of saving it as a new one. And then we'll call this like progress bar filled. And then the background is that, and then the foreground is this. Yeah. Well, we could have the this kind of a very dark green, like almost like this color. Yeah, I think that looks good actually. Let's have a look at how it looks when it's actually filling it in. So this should fill in. Yeah. I think that looks good. The continue button wasn't working properly. Let's try it again. Yeah. For some reason the continue button still isn't working. Let's change this to play unfocused. Let's have a look at this. be where it is in the hierarchy. It should be like right at the bottom, so it's clickable. Should be rendering right on top, on the top layer. Oh, there you go. I mean, I don't think the hovering worked, but it was at least clickable. Oh yeah, okay. Cool. So that's that section done. And then what we need to do now is get rid of this and open up this, which is going to need a lot of changing. So the skill tree needs to look like this, and there's a lot of stuff we need to change to get the scene to look like that, because yeah, currently it looks like that. It will be interesting to see how this has been done. So you've got the grayed out tree here, and then each like bubble we've got like here. So I got to work out how I'm splitting these up. I think what I'm gonna do is I'll have like the gray version just rendered there. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to figure out how to do this, I think. I'll start with rendering just the gray version. So let's change that down to 1. Let's start just setting it up properly. Because the scroll bar, background looks like this. That's not right. Where is the background? That's here. Okay. Okay. So that's the right background. And then you've got the sort of content which needs to be the size of this. So 224 160. And this is going to go here. It's going to slot in there. So let's just make sure this is correctly lined up. Oh, it's gotten like really sunny outside now. It was kind of grey this morning. Right. I think so. Instead of a scroll bar, I actually want a zoom bar, essentially. That's what the artist has sent me here. So we've got that bar here where you can zoom in and out. Oh, I know he's got both actually. I didn't notice that. Okay, no, so they are the scroll. Yeah, same what we've got. So right. Why is this not showing me the actual background? Is it because I've got alpha set to 0? It is. But it should actually be, this should be displaying below the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this, or copy it and then remove it, and then here I'll paste it. Yeah, there you go. And now it's not cutting into the corner there. So this is the background. Where are these current spawn points? So this needs to go somewhere as well at some point. This continue button we can set up now anyway, because that's going to be here. Although I'm not too sure about having it just as this back button, because I'm not sure it really emphasizes that this is going to completely get rid of this screen and go, it's going to like revert back to like sort of starting the game again. Yeah, we'll have to have a think about that. For now, let's just set it up anyway. So this should be rendering above what is below it, which is slightly strange that it's not. Oh, no, that's because it does need to be above the background, so there. And then we need to make sure that it's kind of in the middle. So, spacing. Okay, get rid of the text. And then this is a sprite swap, so that's the highlighted, that's pressed, that's selected. Nice, okay, and let's get those bars looking like properly. So this is the slider here. So let's change that to multiple. Do automatic. And there might be some ways to change how. So let's make these permanent. And then we'll need to change the size of them, which I'm hoping we can do. It looks like we can. So if I move these down, so these should actually be above. These should both be above the background. So can we do that? Can we just chuck these there? I think so. And then this is the horizontal one. So it's 226 by 6. And that kind of goes there. Is that right? It should actually fill up the whole way, which it's not currently doing. Oh, weird. Oh, because it's on like a weird anchor. Okay. 226 by 6. Yeah, there you go. And then it should be like the same X value as the scroll view. Yeah, similar enough. And then the color, scroll bar should be, is this the handle that's showing weirdly? Let me check. This is the horizontal handle, so that is this one, which has a, again, a strange anchor set. There we go. Oh, it's reset itself. Is there a way to change that? It's whenever I'm saving, it's like sort of resetting it. Go back to scroll view and have a look. Maybe I need these like sort of set up custom. I'm not sure. Tell you what though, I'm gonna have a break and make a cup of tea. I will be back in 5 minutes, so stick around. Yo. We back, chat. We back. Right. Where were we? I want this to not reset. Because that's the values I want on it. But every time I save, it resets. So some values driven by scroll bar. So what if handle rect? Or maybe when I play it, it will reset to what I want it to be. Because I know it does change. Oh, it's, or is it because of whatever it is, it's not working exactly how I want it to. I'm just going to check if I move this down to the bottom. Can I then... I can, okay. Does the scroll bar work? It does not. Okay. This whole thing just needs to work better. Let's leave that there for now. And yeah, let's just make this scroll bar this one here. Because this is what I want it to be. Not like it though. Right, that's the ideal situation. In fact, it's the other way around, isn't it? This one actually wants to be that. That's how I want it to look. But yeah, I press save and it screws everything up. So that's nice. It's these scroll bar things. Interestingly, if I change it to 0, it kind of... But then as soon as I move this, I think it's because of what it thinks the viewport is. Possibly this. Let's have a look at that. I think really it's just a case of not properly understanding how this viewport works, because that does not look right to me. So either we have something custom, or we try and actually figure out what the hell that is, how it works. Possibly there's a better viewport we can use. Because the only way I can get it to move wherever I want is by setting it to unrestricted, but that just seems wrong. Like, I'm not sure if it knows how big this content should be. And in fact, like if I have a look at how big this is, 480 by 270, so that's kind of how big I want the actual content to be. But as soon as I start changing it, it's not happy. So what if I do this? No, because that's the viewport. It is this content that I want to be able to change. That looks a little bit better. He's looks so weird. Okay, I think we're getting there. The content needs this, so I can actually figure out. In fact, I almost want this to be like 100 pixels wider both ways. Or actually, what if I set this to something like... It's like the bigger I set it, the more sense it makes. That is looking better. That's definitely looking better. I would like a zoom in, zoom out, but it's just another thing. Definitely looking better though. Just trying to think if there's any other slightly better way of doing this. I don't want the content to be that big. because otherwise I can like go all the way up here, which I don't need to do. Whereas if I change it to like 580, one second, I'm just going to close my door. I've forgotten what that is. 270, so 370. And then can I change the scale of the handle or something? Still not quite right, is it? Like super stretched. Like it's going to the right ounds now, I think. In fact, it could be even like slightly tighter. So let's change the content to even just like 500 by 300. That makes more sense. I just want these handles to be better, man. It's annoying me. Because if changing the number of steps doesn't do anything. The size is kind of driven by something else, it seems. Because then if I play, it will change the size a bit. Yeah. Maybe I should leave these for now, and then I can always change how they look and just edit the yeah, just edit how they look instead. So the next thing is a case of going through and changing all of these buttons to make sense, to be the new style. So let's go through and have a look. Multiple, yes. Automatic. Hopefully these are all 29 by 29. They all look to be. And then we're going to use those. So the first one are these like mushroomy ones. So what I could do is I could go and change the base skill prefab. Let's do that. So that's this one here. In fact, like a lot of stuff is going to change here, so we might even just want to completely change how this works. Like this border thing we don't need. this is... I don't even know what that is. What does that do? That's the skill name. So the border image, the level out max, let's go. So, okay, let's go into the script. We almost don't want to hover over either. We just kind of want, when you click it, it needs to tell the display to display the skill and give you the option to buy it. So in here we'll just return, because for now. Because I think this button, yeah, so it is a button essentially. Once you click it, it says buy. So what I think we'll end up doing is have this, instead of buy, be like a display. In fact, what we can do is we can leave that like that, and then have another one called display. And then we can we need to tell the skill tree director to play this skill. Reset its position, and so here, instead of buy, we're gonna do display. And I mean, I think color tint actually might be fine for this one. We want to get rid of this as well. So we don't need a border image anymore. What does it do with the image? Changes the color of it depending on whether it's available to purchase or not. We can leave that for now. We will have to change that logic at some point. And then we don't need the level out of max text, because we can display that kind of when we actually display the skill. We can tell the skill director to do that. That's fine. Let's go back in here. So like here, it should be 29. And it actually goes like down here somewhere. It would be nice to be able to like... Okay, no, this is gonna work how I want it to, I think. Yeah, because I can like move this content up and down. And then I can take this, and then move this down here. Cool. And then I need to do that with every single one, basically. But I just need to make sure everything's correct. So when I play now, I've still got the hover over, and then when I click it, it will be display up here. So I think basically it should only display in color when you have either unlocked the prerequisite or you have the spore points to buy it. So it's the same logic as before where we were graying it out, which is kind of around here. Max upgrade level. So if upgrade level is not equal to 0, yeah, so this logic should be display the full color image, and then this one is here. This logic is display the grayed out image, and then here again is display the full color image. So instead of wherever we put image.color, we actually want to swap it with the other image. So we need two fields available to purchase image and unavailable to purchase image. And then I to be honest, we could just get rid of that and then it will tell me where I need to change it. Oh no, because we need to set the actual image. Right, so image dot, it's sprite, weirdly, yeah. So it's full color, so available to purchase image. And in fact, we want to enable the button the whole time. This button enable would be decided by the skill tree director, because the button now just shows us what it is rather than anything else. And we can do that by just looking at what the available to purchase thing is. So again here, and then here's the grayed out image. So we do sprite equals unavailable to purchase image. Here again is the available to purchase image here. And I'll leave the hovers for now, because I actually quite like it's having both. Yeah. Okay. So then let's go over here. So this is the available, and this is the unavailable. So I think here, because I have some spore points, Oh no, it says I don't have spawn points actually. Interesting. Wait, let me just reset the scene properly. So here it should say, yeah, so I have one spawn point, so this is correct in that it will show me the available button. But then if I reset all my player prefs so that I have no spawn points, and then go here, then it's going to show me as I don't have it. So I think that's good for that bit. And then what we're going to need to do I'm wondering why it's not showing this bit here. Is the viewport? It should be showing this bit as well. There you go. Cool. So, that's that done. So, right, let's have a think about how we want to do the skill director. So that's kind of like a separate bit. It is the like text panel. So there's a couple of parts to that. So you've got this section up here that will display the currently selected skill. This bit down here that will have the details of the skill. And then this button here. We actually need a purchase button as well, which was a bit of an oversight. We'll have a placeholder for now. So, right, where are we? The scroll view. So, right, let's create an empty game object. Let's drag in the text panel. This is going to go up here. Around that. It's going to go down here somewhere. And then there's going to be another one that will be this. Yep. So let's call this like text panel. Just move it down slightly. And this one is the skill display. And then like we need the actual skill here as well. So 29 by 29. And this is I bet it's that one. Perfect. Okay. So in here we need some text. And we'll just set that to like a generic one. So this is the first. And here we can have the like display of how what's it called? I mean, we can have the cost as well, but I don't know if I'm going to have them cost different things or not at the moment. Probably will be at some point. We could, I mean, we could move the current spore points over here. This in a little bit. And this can be like skill level. Like that. And then yeah, we need a purchase button. I'm just going to very quickly... actually, no, I'll just put text above it. Buy. It will look better than like bleh. It will look better than that. But for now, that will do. So, and then here I think we'll have is the sort of director. So in our scripts, we'll create a new one, skill 3 director. Do I have one called something like that already? No, I've got prestige scene director, but in fact maybe it should just be this that does it. This is fine for now, actually. I'll leave it as that, and then this can have its own skill tree director script, which is going to need to have a reference to the skill description. And then for now, let's just have like a public method called select skill. And this is going to take in the skill name. And possibly the upgrade level as well. Yeah, so skill name and upgrade level is what it uses to get the tooltip. So let's also take the upgrade level as well, which I think is an integer, yeah. And then we can set the description, text, and then we'll also need to set the display image, and then maybe we set like the current skill selected. So let's have a reference to like the currently selected skill. And we set that to the skill name, because then when we press the buy button, we want to know which skill we're buying. I mean, what we could do in this method is have a reference to all of the skill UI buttons, and then we can just call this buy button here. Have a think about that. For now, we'll just log out. Attempted by skill. And we'll do selected skill. And then we're going to need a reference to all of the images that we want to display. So I think for now, let's have a list, I guess. Just use a list of sprites. Skill images. And then we'll have a reference as well to the skill image. And then for now, let's just set it to the first one in the list. Because that's not the right image. Okay. And then each skill UI button needs a reference to the skill tree director. And then where we display, we do dot select skill, skill name, upgrade level. And then like the max text we need here. So another one. skill out of max text. Level out of max level text. And then the max upgrade level we need pass through as well then. Okay. And then let's drag everything in. So for now, this is just going to be an empty image. Sorry, not an empty image, just the default image of this. Skill description, skill display image. Is it that one? Yeah. And then the level out of max, I think, is this one. Skill level, yeah. So skill level out of max level. I think that's everything set properly. So what we can do to test it is we can set this to like default. And then set this to nothing. And then when we click it, nothing happens because I haven't set the object reference. So in our scroll view, this needs to have a reference to the skill tree director here. So now, there you go. So you can see skill level, the description, and everything. So let's set up a few more of these, and then we need to have a look at getting that buy button working as well. Which at the moment, where have I put it? Up here. Let's move that down to the bottom so we can actually click it. And at the moment it doesn't do the right thing, so let's go here, change it to buy. Okay. Let's change all of these now to 29 by 29. And then let's have a look. So this one is the same image. And do I need to do anything with the... Yeah, so we need to change the sprites and all of that. So let's line it up properly. It's the AoE one. Make sure it's got the right sprites. So this is the available to purchase one. This is the unavailable to purchase one. And then we can test that. There you go. So we just need to do that basically for every single one. So what I will do is I'll just select them all and make sure they're all got the same reference. And then we can go through and do it all properly. So where's this one up here? So I think that one is the correct one for the growth spell. Let's move the content down a bit. So growth instant spell, is that right? What I should have done is taken a screenshot of how everything looked before. Although actually I've got my Miro board. Is it Miro or Drorio? Yeah, so it is that one, and then the next one is one I haven't actually implemented yet, so that's fine. So this is actually going to be the same icon. That's going to go about there. Perfect. It's not too bad actually. If that's what I need to do to set everything up for this bit, this has gone a lot. It's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, basically, which is good. What we love to see. Ah, I've just realized there's a... Oh, is there? No, those are just different colors. I was about to say there's like a fully unlocked color as well, but no, that these are just different icons. Yeah. The different colors relate to like the different like genre, I guess, of skill. Different type of skill. So what we on Flyer Garrick. What time is it? 3:30. Time flies by when you're streaming to 0 viewers. If there are any lurkers in chat, let me know. I doubt it. That's where's. Oh. Wondering what was going on there, but I was selected the wrong thing. Okay. We're halfway there with the ones that I've implemented, and then there's like quite a lot more of ones I haven't implemented yet. Just realized I should have done these at the same time because they use the same image. It's too late now. Selecting the wrong thing, man. Okay. Ugh. Alright, let's do these last few and then we can start testing it. In fact, we should probably start testing the buy button works. Because I need to change the logic of that. Because at the moment, it would go through here. Although, like, we no longer need a reset UI within the skill button. Unless we leave it like that and then... Because I mean, I could pass in like the skill button itself, and then we can just call the buy method on it. In the reset UI, we're almost at this point just wanting to reset the skill tree directors UI, i.e. select it again. So, but it also does that when you buy any skill. Why does it do that? Oh, I don't know why it does that. I think the hat's coming off. It's getting serious. The hat's coming off. It was getting a little bit too hot. In fact, I'm going to open the window. It's that kind of annoying temperature where it's not quite cold enough for a jumper, but it's too hot not to wear it. Well, the other way around. It's the in-between. So, how do I want to do this? I'm not sure about this logic either. Like graying out skills that you don't have, that you can't unlock because you don't have the points to. Does that make sense to do that? Kind of. Kind of. I'll leave it in there for now. I just think it might look a bit weird to like suddenly see ones you've unlocked already, like, because you know, if you've got max unlocks in them, should they be grayed out? Or do we not have that logic actually? I know that's if it's, that's only if you've not unlocked one before. Okay, no, that does make sense. Yeah, so like here I could do some logic around whether to display like a border around it if it's max level, which is what I was doing before, or if so we don't check spore points there. Yeah, because what I could do is just select it here, so I just do display there, and then I just call that buy function on it. Only when we've selected it. Just make these consistent. Oh crap. Oh, excuse me. Skill UI. Oh, equals. The other way around. Okay. And then here we do this. Yes. Okay. I don't have any spore points though, so it's not going to show me properly. But we can test this. So, yeah, yeah, yes, but that is too large. Perfect. Oh, the image isn't changing. Oh yeah, I haven't set that up yet, have I? So that actually literally could just be another skill thing that I pass in here, couldn't it? Because I could do skill name and then like skill image. That makes so much sense. Because then I just do this. Because I don't need that. And then it's perfect. And then we just pass in the available to purchase image. Let me give myself a bunch of spore points as well. I can remember what I call them in the code. Oh my god, I can't type. That string, or is it an int? It's probably an int. Spore points to 10. It's this spore points current. Cool. Let's give that a go. So I should see everything light up now, all of the ones that I've done, which is that section. Oh no, I shouldn't. And I'll tell you why. Because they don't have the prerequisites, so I can't unlock them yet. But once I do this, select this one. Ooh, okay, that doesn't like that. It's because I changed the name of this, didn't I? So the current skill image needs reselecting. In fact, as well, is there not like an empty? I should have like an empty or like a an image that is literally nothing. Like that's what I want to see. So, and then I can have in the description, doesn't need to be anything as well. To be honest, it probably makes more sense to have this one auto selected, but otherwise I'm gonna have to hide that skill level thing until you click it. Okay, so it is saying my current sport points is 0, but if I try and buy, yeah, so it was 9, it just didn't reset it to the start because I didn't go through the full scene the way I was supposed to. So yeah, I unlocked that one. I have unlocked more, so I can do bam, 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 bam. Yeah, so that's, yeah, working real good. So I can't unlock, yeah, so these are the ones I've unlocked. The ones that I can't unlock any more of because I don't have the spore points for are grayed out. I can't unlock any of them because I don't have enough spore points, but these ones I have, like, you know, stuff in, so they stay there. And then if I go back to like the main game, you'll see that like I should get two mushrooms every time I collect a field mushroom. Wicked. So let's finish off the rest of the ones that I've implemented already, and then I think I will play the game for a bit to play test it, and then yeah. So what's this one? Creatures don't go for the same mushroom. So this is actually one that I haven't implemented properly yet, because this does it for all mushrooms, for all creatures. It should be for just gnomes, and then you unlock it for whatever that is that I can't remember already. Chickens, and then fairies. I'm looking at the image, like forgetting what creatures I've set up. Okay, so oh no, so yeah, that's actually the creature, how many you're allowed. So have I done that? Mount, yeah, right, amount, skill, UI button, amount, creatures area 1 amount, yeah. So let me put that one back up there, and then creatures noticed quicker. I think that might be that one. Creatures notice mushrooms quicker. Creatures give a speed buff to those around when harvest. Yeah, so those go there. Gonna just get rid of that one for now because that one needs to change. All 6 of these can go on for now. They're gonna go like this. Right. Oh, it's not what I thought I had copied on my clipboard. Let's start that again. Again, I didn't even copy it. Okay. So that is this one. I literally selected the wrong one. Great. Did I not? There we go. Chickens. In fact, what I could do is just change all of these at once. It's going to make it easier to select next ones. So this is fairies. There we go. 4 needs to change to this. Let's move the content so I can see the next. God. It's the shamans. And these are the demons that look like bats. Okay. So these ones I can do as well. Although this one still needs changing. And then what's this? Creatures within growth move faster. A creature within your growth area moves faster and then collects more mushrooms. So these are like this one and this one. Cool. The other sort of part of all of this is that in the skill icons there are like the bars in between are colored in as well, but it's going to be difficult to actually implement that. Yeah, I think that would need something quite custom that I haven't already done, so that will have to wait for now. So this one is the eye. Which is the one I selected here. Okay. We won't change this one at the moment. So at the moment this literally works for all creatures rather than just this one. Cool. So that's literally everything that I've even done so far, implemented so far, is now implemented into this. I wonder if I should have it automatically select the middle one. Not sure. Let's have a look at where we are. So this should give me some spore points, but it won't display them straight away. So if I buy this, yeah, so don't have access to these two yet. I should have access to this one though. Or have I not set it up to... Oh no, so it's set up at the moment to actually only be that one. That's the prerequisite. So I actually might get rid of this line. I might go in and edit that line out, because that's not correct in terms of how I had the skills set up. So then if I buy this one, yeah, I get access to that one. Cool, it looks like it's set up properly then. We can do this, we just buy 2 of those, and then continue. Because then, if we collect one of these, well, we should get 2. And then if I go here, maybe I haven't actually set it up yet. This should be like 4, basically. This should be giving me more than 2 XP, more than 1 XP per mushroom, is what that upgrade should do. But I actually don't remember if there's anything if that's something I've done already. Oh, hey Ross. There is cows. You won't believe it as well, but here, if you get all the way to area 6, there's little piggies. I haven't unlocked them yet. But yeah, there's little piggies. Pigb, exactly. In this one. They're hiding behind this unlock screen. How's work going, man? It's alright. You must be finishing soon if you're on mornings, right? Oh, you are finished. Nice. Fuck yeah. What you doing at the moment? Really, I should be crabbing at the same time as streaming. I'll never guess. Bet I can guess. I'm gonna go with RuneScape. I know it's pretty out there, pretty weird suggestion. That's what I'm going with. Okay, so what I have set it up, but it's doing it like 1.2x the XP rather than... Oh, it's like 10% more, isn't it? That's what I've set it up as, it's 10% more. Maybe that's too harsh. Maybe it should be better than that. Because the one below it literally gives you double the mushrooms every time you click it. That's how they figured that out. I'm just fucking genius, man. I'm just fucking genius. If I move my mouse around too much, this line renderer just completely disappears, which is interesting. Or maybe it's, yeah, I don't know when it is actually. Oh, I know what it is. It's when I it's when I hover over UI. Yeah, that's what it is. I need to add that to my bugs. Oh yeah, I needed to. Let's just make sure our little gnomes are harvesting for us while we do this. But I need to change the skill tree lines. So show me that. Yeah, and then I get rid of this one. Cool. I think everything probably needs buffing a little bit in terms of the skills, because this should feel already a lot quicker and it doesn't feel enough quicker with the stuff I have spent money on, spent skills on. I mean, it's definitely quicker, but yeah, needs to be better. Oh, it can't be just UI because it disappeared then as well. Why did it disappear just then? It's like if I let go and then click again really quickly. Nope. Yeah, I can sometimes just trick it like then I just double clicked and now the line renderers aren't showing. So if I open up now, so like 150 is giving me 180. So yeah, I think it should almost be double, but then it's difficult to balance because the later mushrooms give you so much more XP. So should it be double? Let's unlock the next zone. I think at the moment, yeah, so this giving me 10. So I've set this one up at the moment to give you like 5 per chicken of the woods shelf bit, but I'm not sure if that actually makes sense. I think it should just be 1. It makes too much sense to complicate things. It's nice for our testing purposes. So how much do they give? So I'm getting double, right? So it's 82 XP for 41 of them. Okay. Let's level up. Oh yeah, I haven't set that up properly. Let me get rid of this, put that back on. Let me get rid of the current set int as well. Okay. I'm gonna play the in-game music again and do a run before finishing up with stream. So turn off this music. Play maximized. Cool. I'm just vibing out to the music. I like this because it's the main menu that I would sit on for ages. Just watching the little creatures fly past. Right, let's actually play the game. Let me turn that music back up for me. Right. Here you will find field mushrooms growing in, well, a field, believe it or not. Field mushrooms are a widely eaten guild mushroom, closely related to the cultivated button mushrooms. You can hire gnomes that will harvest these mushrooms for you. I'm just noting down any sound effects that I notice need adding, like the purchase thing down here. That should have a nice satisfying cash register sound. I'm not sure whether like the spell should have a sound effect as well, or if it would be too like annoying every time it does the little particle effect. Same with like when the mushrooms get to full growth, they let out a particle effect. Don't know if that should have a very subtle sound effect as well. Maybe like literally like grass moving kind of thing. This is why I love game dev, because this is the exact game that I wanted to play and I couldn't find it. One didn't exist. There wasn't a very chill, idle clicker game about harvesting mushrooms. So I've made one instead. Really what I should do is set the music up so it plays all of the tracks rather than just this specific track. But what I literally might just do now, kind of cheating, is pause the game, find the music, and swap it to area 2. And it hasn't worked. If I do this, there you go. Could add like a particle effect to the creatures moving as well. Just like a little trail. Yoda, you just opened the door. He's like, why is this door closed? I'm coming in. You want to play? Do you like the gnomes, Yoda? I didn't know you could open doors. When did you learn that trick? Do you like the cows? The cows are just big dogs. He's really good, isn't he? He's smashing it. They call him the Mushroom Clicker God. He just... love how he just fucking just hangs. He's like, okay, I flop now. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. How was the chair stream? Are we idling now, baby? My gnomes are kissing. How long were they kissing for? They're no longer kissing. We only collected 93. I thought we'd have collected more than that. Give them privacy. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I don't know how to fix that bug at all. Sometimes the animals just kiss each other and get a bit stuck. Right, how many levels are we gonna get? 2 spore points, level 1 to level 3. Let's try and push for level 4. I need an extra 277 XP. And then let's swap to area 3 as well. So, oh yeah, I'm getting them. I was about to say I'm not collecting any mushrooms while I'm in a different zone, but I definitely am. How close am I? 143 more. That's a really annoying bug, the selection jittering. How far are we? Okay, level 4, so level up and the music stops. Get 701 XP, go to level 4, 3 spore points. Oh yeah, this was, I think on the banners was where I was supposed to show the level. I mean, supposed to. This is what the artist suggested. Let's check. Prestige scene, spore display. No. Yeah, they've got like the level there. Okay, we'll do that. We're using this font as well, which I do think looks good for this use case. I mean, in fact, like what we could do is we could have the level over here, and then like the amount of XP you're gaining over here, and then like just leave the spore points here, like how many we're getting extra. Or maybe it should be +0 spore points here, XP to gain here. Yeah, I quite like this. How many spore points you're gaining here? And like your level. Something like that. We got level 4 +0 spore points because I didn't gain any levels. Yeah. I'm not sure I love the font, the level of the number. Maybe I just changed the number. I just find it really hard to read this font. It looks cool, but it just, yeah, it's hard to read. So here we can upgrade this one, and then I'm just gonna put 2 points in that, and then I should get like 4 points from every mushroom. Why have I muted it? There you go. Yeah. Is that right? Am I getting 4? No, I'm getting 3. So is it just adding 1 to the amount rather than doubling it? I think it is. So this is set in each individual mushroom. So it's not set there, is it set in the spawner? Yeah, harvest amount. So it's actually, it should be 4 each. It should be a 4 each loop. Well, not a 4 each, just a 4 loop. Times it by 2. And then it should be like this for all of them, really. Field, Agaric. Chicken in the woods. Yeah, so here it's setting it to 5. So it should be 1, really, I think. And like the speed was different as well, but 0.1. 0.05, yeah, it should be 0.1 as well. flag arc, yes. Cool. Should be right. And then let's go back to the sample scene and just change the music to the last one and then play it again. So now when I harvest one, it should give me 4. There we go, perfect. So this should now be 1. Yeah, nice. Hi Ghost, how's it going? You've joined us at a very chill time. I'm just basically playtesting the game, vibing out to the music. Yeah, doing good. Just watching our little mushrooms get harvested. You need to playtest your own game or are you saying you want to play test this? Chicken of Woods. Oh, cow. You're saying cow. I thought you were saying Chicken of Woods. You're saying cow. I'll give you the cow back. Yeah, that's what this one is. These are Chicken of the Woods. Because some people think they look like chicken fingers. You're slacking though. You don't really want to play it because you've been working so hard at it. Yeah, you just don't want to look at it. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I'm still kind of in the like honeymoon stage, I guess, of this one. I'm still enjoying playing it. But I was definitely like that with my previous game. So already, like, this is looking way better than that first run. But yeah, this XP needs buffing, I think. Yours was a 9-month challenge, and you're 7 months in, and you just want it to be done. Do you think you'll stick to that time frame and get it done in 9 months? How long have you been in development? For this specific game, since maybe March, April time. So a few months. But yeah, in games in general, been learning for about 4 years. Got playtest in October. Nice. Let me know, man. I'd be happy to check it out. Always support other indie game devs. What's the game about? I use Unreal. 8 years, wow. Nice. Respect for putting time restraints on yourself as well, because I'm really bad at that. I'm always just like, I'll take however long it takes. I don't do well when I have deadlines. It's called The Caretaker's Lease. It's a survival hunting with a slow burn horror twist. Ooh. Sounds spooky. It's on Steam. Oh, wow. You made this in like 7 months? Wait. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. There you can. Did you make like everything, or have you used asset packs and stuff? Or like, is this stuff you've created before? Because this is like, surely this isn't from scratch in 7 months. That's crazy. Utilize assets, yeah. It's awesome.
Base camp to field asset. You should know who had this lease before you. Jeb and Terry, brothers, ran this stretch nearly a decade. They knew every ridge, they knew every trail. Never missed check-in.
Is that voice acting? Did you get a voice actor to do that, or was that? Because that sounds quite specific to the game. The animals have a full set of organs that react to damage by setting blood color and bleed rate. Oh, cool. Oh, the voice acting was you? Oh, awesome. It sounds really good. Ooh. That's cool. I like that. I like that. I like the idea of it. I played a lot of like Hunt Call of the Wild. I played a lot of that when that came out. Is it Call of the Wild? Obviously this doesn't have like the horror twist to it, but I played loads of this game. Found it really fun. Like tracking animals and stuff. That's cool. Oh, Yoda's opening the door again. Just thinks he owns this place. You do the voice acting, then run it through a voice changer? Yeah, makes sense. You wanna come up? Oh. AI plays a big part of your game's world. So is there like AI NPCs and stuff? Ah, oh right, interesting. Is that like, so that's like the lore of what's happened? Let me read the description again. Oh, the trails look really good. And like the blood spatters and stuff. Yeah, yeah. That's cool. You've like implemented all of that kind of stuff that like the Hunt Call of the Wild has with the like what organ you hit and things like that, but without like the glowing trail. I quite like that. Like purer. This is loads in 7 months. So due to AI influence and human error, the world is now under 1 billion. Oh, as in like the world population under 1 billion? Is that... Call of the Wild is an arcade style hunting game. This is hardcore. Yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, it looks really good. Do you work full time on it then? Or surely that's not all in 7 months just as a hobby. That's crazy if it is. Is your full time? So how much will the game be released for? Is it going into early access in October, or is it play testing first and then? Should probably actually prestige now. Thing is, that's only given me 2 sport points. I think again, it's a bit too harsh. I need to be getting more sport points than that. So you set out to make a hunting game 8 years ago, and you've made other bad games, but they've helped you learn, and now this year you're gonna complete your goal. Nice. Yeah, that's how it happens, isn't it? I mean, like, yeah, I have grand ideas of the like perfect game that I want to make, but I don't feel ready to make it yet. And I would describe the previous game that I've made as bad as well, but learned a lot from it. That's all it is, isn't it? It's all just a learning experience. Don't know when you release it. Probably around $10, $15 in early access. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. But like, what that kind of game is and the quality of it. I hope you continue working on it as well for a long time out of when it comes out of early access, because I feel like it's got a like, you've already got like a really good baseline of a game, and I feel like you could do loads with it. Can you, like, this whole story that you've got going on, you could keep adding to that, and yeah, it could be really cool. Definitely have at least another year planned. Yeah, nice. That's good. I mean, it definitely looks a lot more polished than some of the early access games that come out even from like big studios. So, is it just you solo developer, or do you have like a team? One sec, I'm just gonna put Yoda on the chair behind and shut the door. Right, I should probably level up. So yeah, still unsure about that font there. I also think this could be less zoomed in as a default. And this border here, it needs to not clip through that bit. Thanks, it's been a fun build. You don't have a content, but you do it at the same time. Your wife handles all your data tables and helps you with testing and C++. But other than her, yeah, it's just me. Cool. Yes, I forget that Unreal is C++. So I wouldn't have a clue where to start with that. I've never used C++. I'm a C# boy. What's the game about? So the game is called Mushroom Clicker, and I mean, it's pretty much about that. You click mushrooms. It's like an idle clicker game. So you're gonna start off just like harvesting pretty slowly, but then there's like, usually in these like idle incremental games, you've got like this prestige mechanic where you can hand in all of the resources that you've collected so far and like reset your progress, but you get like extra skills. So when I start again, I've already got 1 point in this one, but it's like increase the growth spell power, so like the power of your clicks by 10%, the area of your clicks by 10%, the amount of each mushroom that you harvest, the amount of XP you get from each mushroom, and then there's like other fun stuff like the creatures that harvest the mushrooms for you. They can like, eventually they'll be able to do like growth spells themselves and stuff like that. Let's buy that one. And then, do we have any more sport points? We have one more. Let's buy that one. And go back. Interesting idea for a clicker game. Thanks. Yeah. I literally made it because I was like, I really love I like idle incremental games, clicker games, because I like just turning them on, turning my brain off, and watching that number go up. But I was looking for like a mushroom one because I love mushrooms, and I looking for like a really laid back mushroom one. And I mean, there are a couple, but they're not very good. They didn't scratch the itch the way I wanted it to. They weren't, yeah, designed very well. So yeah, I just decided to make one. You use BP in Unreal? I don't know what BP is. Your wife does C++. But yeah, the idea is eventually you're gonna have like automatic unlocks of spore points and of spawn points and stuff like that. So you'll go from like 0 to 100 real quick and get like all of the gnomes out as soon as possible, and they'll start running around, and you'll get like 100 per second instead of like 2 per second that I'm getting at the moment. I need you to get 65 fishing as soon as possible. If I burn the Karambwan during Tyboid 1 HP. Do you get given one, but you only get given one? I don't think I'm that far away from 65 fishing. You get one. I might be though. I was going to do some Temporos later actually. Or whenever I have time. Sorry if you heard that, my stomach just growled. It's 5 PM. It's getting to be dinner time. Go Temporos together, we could. Is it, if we do like a duo, do you get like way more points, or would it just be like we just play normally on like the normal world or whatever? Yeah, that would be my worry. A low fishing level as well. We'd probably just, because I think I did do a solo one, or like not a solo one, but I was on a world with like 4 or 5 other people before I like swapped world to a busier one, and we like failed every time. Can't unlock that yet. Need 100. This is probably one of the longest streams I've ever done, actually. You can head out, no worries, man. Yeah, I might chat to you later. Yeah, I usually only stream for like an hour or 2, but I've been going for like 3.5. I think what I'm gonna do is tweak some stuff, because the gameplay is, I haven't seen any bugs, but well, any bugs that I'm aware of, but I want to change some of the skills because they're not as powerful as I thought they were going to be. So let's look at my skills. Where are my skills? Here they are. Here's the tooltip. Yeah, because like the growth spell, power, and area. Maybe power can stay at 10%, but maybe this area can go to 25. Even this as well should even be maybe 50. I mean, maybe I just don't put a percent there. And then I can just do it in code. Put my music back on. Right. Maybe it could be 20%. And then where does that actually get set? In here? So the growth amount is 20%. The AoE radius. So it actually was on 15% ready. But yeah, let's change it to 25. And then with the conversion amount, yeah, so this is doing what's 10% each time. Honestly, it could be 50, because the like amount of XP you need for each level ramps up massively as well. So like it should be a lot more generous than it is. Okay. Cool. So I need, yes, I need like 1,700 XP to level up, which is a lot already. Maybe the exponential like levels should be a little bit nicer. I don't even know where I figured that out actually. XP to next level system. Get potential XP to next level. Get experience to next level. If current level equals 0, return 100. Else, return 100 times current level squared. I need to think about how to make that a bit more generous. Because that's what, if the current level is 1. If current level is 1, it's still 100. Is that right? Yeah. So really it should be like, if current level is 2, is 1, it should be 200. Because then after that it's 2, so 400. 400 to get to level 3. Should it just be like add 100 each time? Figuring out all of the maths and the balancing for all of this is going to be a job for sure. Maybe we can just highlight hard. I guess we could like hard code every level, but to like balance it really nicely. But because like it almost should be like 150 for leveling up to the next one. Like maybe for now we just do plus 50 times current level. And then when it's level 2 to level 3, it's 200, then 250, and 250. Yeah. Because there are a lot of... But then again, like when it gets to like the really late game, like one Shaggy Ink cap is how much XP? I think it's like... where did I put it? Is it here? Get XP amount. Like it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That's not that much more actually. If it's just 6 XP as opposed to 1 XP per mushroom. Yeah, I think let's leave it like that for now. Let's see. Forget Unity doesn't like hot loading. So now I'm getting 3 points. And here, if I do this a couple times. So now I should get even more per click of mushroom. I should get 8. Is that right? Yeah, I get 8, and it's giving me 18 XP. That feels a lot better. And how much XP do I need until level 10? Oh, there's actually only 68 XP to level 10 because I leveled up most of the way. So it's like 400 XP for another spawn point. But like this point, that probably is fine, I think. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of play testing to figure out the numbers. But I don't hate it. I don't hate that. Let's unlock this one as well. so satisfying watching it tick down. Maybe it does need to be like exponential to an extent, because at a certain point you are just going to be zooming up these levels. Like if I level up again, and then again put like, and then double the amount of twice, so that's now max, but then I do maybe this one. Let's do that one. So now I think I'm getting like 32 per one. Yeah. I've already got like 200. And already like that's double the XP, so I'm getting a spore point already. And then as soon as I start collecting, like, I mean, that's like doubled my XP in a second. It's 2 points. Yeah, I mean, there's a cap to the amount you could do it, I guess. Oh, there isn't really, because yeah, I mean, you could just unlock everything fully with just the field mushrooms, essentially. It's like already that's 4 spore points. Like at this point, 1000 XP maybe shouldn't get me a level at all. Like I'm level 12, but 1,500 of these is like 3.4k. I mean, so yeah, at level 17 it's saying it's about a k, but at level 10 it should be about a k. Really. Yeah, lots of balancing to do. So max upgrade. It looks a bit like this. Wait, what's the max upgrade for the growth spell? The growth speed. I thought it was like that, but it seems to be more. So I should be able to unlock this one. Which I can. To unlock another spore point, it should not be 5 on this. Like the level, let me change that. Where is that? Spawn points. What's the price? Max upgrade level, yes. Upgrade cost, where's that? Up here. Yeah, it should be the same really for each. Yeah, shouldn't be that much. Makes sense for it to be. Right. Lots more balancing to do, but it's looking really good. Like, we've done so much today. Yeah, like I said, longest stream I've had in a long time, I think, ever. Yeah, this whole prestige scene, we completely changed the way that looked. Upgraded it to the new UI. So it's looking really good, I think. I still need to figure out the handles. These shouldn't look like that. But yeah, I think it's looking good. So gonna end there. Appreciate everyone for dropping by. I'm gonna try and stream more often, so I'm gonna be streaming hopefully again next Friday, maybe on Monday as well, because it's Bank Holiday Monday. I'll post on my TikTok and my Instagram when I go live. Thanks for watching. Peace. Bye bye bye.